I'm making a baked Irish coffee cheesecake. It's one of my favorites. It's a pretty simple recipe. You just start with digestive biscuits, which are made into a crumb here. And I wanted to get a little bit more flavor in there, so I'm just going with a bit of ground ginger. But look, at anything goes. Orange zest, lemon zest, herbs, whatever you want. Bit of cinnamon, all be gorgeous in here. Give that a little mix just to make sure it's well distributed. And next then is our melted butter. So just give that a little stir, mix it well, and pour it in. I mean, this is the standard base for any cheesecake. And then I've already buttered a loose bottom tin, so we're ready to go. And then you just tip it in here. So you want to make sure all the crumbs are nicely buttered. If not, it's too crumbly when you go to actually cut it later. This is where you can actually use your hands in the cooking. So just push it in with your knuckles, flattening it. It's very buttery, so it's really malleable. Do you see how that looks quite crumbly around the edges? It's just important to tighten the edges. So for the Irish coffee cream filling, there's two key ingredients, as there would be, and one is espresso. So it has to be the stronger flavored coffee in the smaller quantity, otherwise your filling's going to be too liquid. And then of course you have to have some Irish whiskey in there. You could of course put cream liqueur or whatever you want in, but this is my favorite. Espresso. Eggs. I have 3 eggs in there, and they're really important because this filling goes into the oven and it bakes, so the eggs are going to help it set. Whiskey, and then some dark brown sugar. And now it's whisking time. I want to make this nice and smooth. That's lovely and smooth now. It has a gorgeous colour, and all I do is pour it into my base. There we go. Perfect. So this goes into an oven. I'm putting it in at 150 in a fan, so it's a fairly low oven for about 40 minutes until it's set. It'll have a slight wobble in the centre, and that'll tell you it's done. So here's my baked Irish coffee cheesecake. It is absolutely set and it's cold. And what I want to do was decorate it, but use local fruits, and cherries are very much in season here in Paris at the moment. So I have these beautiful shiny cherries, and I wanted to show a little tip, because what I want to do is this, it's all the rage at the moment, this quarter moon shape. So you just take the base of your tin, pop it over your cake like that, and then you start putting your cherries on. Bear with me now when I get the right size. One of the things I notice that people struggle with is a nice sauce to accompany a dessert. So that it shouldn't always just be cream on the side. And for that, I've come up with this really simple, really tasty Morello cherry sauce. So I have a jar of Morello cherries here, and I've strained off the juice. So I'm going to use that as the base flavour. But I need to thicken this sauce a little bit. So here is some arrowroot and a little bit of water, or you could use a little bit of the juice. Or if you really wanted to push the boat out, why not use a bit of port in there? So there's the arrowroot in. Give that a good mix around. I'm going to make sure there's no lumps at this stage. Now we have a little bit of sugar, just a small bit. In that goes, just to sweeten the sauce. And then to add flavour, star anise. And we just heat. And as we heat through, we can pour in at this point our arrowroot. Arrowroot is a great thickener for sauces, and it keeps the colour and it keeps it shiny. Whereas if you use corn flour, it'll be a bit more cloudy. As you can see, it was a little cloudier at first. Now it's beginning to darken up again. We're getting the colour back as the arrowroot cooks off in this. So our sauce is deliciously glossy now. Warmed right through, cherries are lovely and warm, but we do need to let that cool down before we serve it with the dessert. That's it, Morello cherry sauce.